I fully support this, and I think you should too. Welcome back to Whisky Whims with me, Stuart. It's been a while, I think 2 weeks when this will come out. The Tabes guys and myself, we were touring around Speyside where we actually opened this bottle that I'm about to review. So yeah, I kind of took a little break, enjoyed the time with the guys, and didn't really focus on the Whisky Win side of things. But anyway, today we're back and we've got Thompson Bros Mystery Malt, their Series 1. We opened this blind, we all had it, there were 6 of us, we had it around the table, and we're kind of trying to figure out what it was from the list.
Right, here we go. Let's go. Right, locally nicknamed Dornoch, Glen Whips, Arnamarkin, Kleinleash, Buna, Orkney, Brooklady, Kalila, Altmore, Tininic, 2 Ardmores, and Inniskilla, Speyside.
It's Tininic. That's what we're like, Tininic.
It's Tininic is 17 year old.
What's the Tininic in?
I think that's a good shout actually. I think it's odd also, is it?
It is, aye, Hogs.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That's a good shout.
Finished for 5 years.
Yeah, good shout.
I was only 3.8.
Guys, give me a Wibis. I just bought a Wibis since first summer. You guessed it.
Almost 16. Something was screaming Tininic. However, it's not. It's an Altmore, and it's a pretty good one to get. It's Altmore 16-year-old, so it's a good age. I'm not sure how this is going to. It's a cool concept. I really think this is astonishing. Not astonishing. Astonishing is maybe a bit much, but well accomplished and very well thought out, because everybody's buying them and they sold out. Series 2 sold out, I think, within the first 12 hours of them releasing it on the Dornoch's or the Thompson Bros website. So stuff like that, it's almost like, I was trying to describe it, it's like being new to whiskey again, where you don't know what you're getting, you don't know kind of what's reliable, or you're not sure, you're just kind of going with the flow, buying something, trying it and seeing if you like it, which I think is quite novel. There's definitely a novelty to it, but it's brilliant. And yeah, I think the range of whiskies was quite worthwhile. I think there was a few that I wouldn't have been too keen on getting, but the rest, yeah, I'd have been right up for. So anyway, Altmore 16-year-old. If you don't know about the Thompson Bros Mystery Malt, it's 48.5% ABV. There's a bunch of them. I might put up a little picture to show you Series 1 and the whiskies that you can get. And yeah, you buy it blind, you're £65, you get all the bottle details and that on the back, about the percentage, the ABV, all that kind of stuff. The only thing that you don't know is the distillery or the age. It could just be one from that list. So the foil seal round the top, round the cork, is what gives you the blind element. Until you pop it, you don't know what you've got. So it's good for as well to like prevent flipping. It'd be really interesting for them to release like I mean, they have, I think the oldest one they had was 27-year-old, but it'd be really interesting for them to release like something really like I don't know, like a 25-year-old Bowmore or something, like 1 or 2 bottles, because then everybody would just be cracking their bottles and there's no way you can seal it back up. So yeah, it's fantastic for that side of things that people are actually drinking these. Anyhow, Altmore 16-year-old, we'll get down to the nose, the palate, the finish, and see if it's a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. So the first thing on the nose is Haribo cherries. This has actually been matured fully in red wine, so it's not finished, it's been matured fully in red wine for its full life. It could be a tired red wine cask because it's not too dominant. I would have expected, I mean, I've had, was it Glen Scotia, when we done the Glen Scotia warehouse tasting, they gave us was it 3 years in red wine or 7 years in red wine? Anyway, it was disgusting. It was so dry, so overpowering. The red wine just completely drowned the spirit. However, this Altmore spirit's holding up quite well to this, or the cask isn't as wet or as fresh as it could have been, which isn't a bad thing. There's like cherry Bakewell tarts as well. There's something kind of familiar with rum, possibly like kind of tropical fruits, like a rummy tropical fruit scent on the nose. There's also a little bit of cheesecake just to stick with that kind of sweetness. It is a very sweet dram on the nose. And other than the cherries and stuff, the cherries being quite dominant, that it's not like, yeah, it's not completely ruined by the red wine. The palate. Yeah. Those cherries from the nose, those Haribo cherries now changed into like a kind of sour, fizzy cherries that you'd get from the same kind of, well, the different packet, the different Haribos. The nose was more just the chewy ones, the plain cherries, if you will, whereas the palate's more those fizzy sour ones that you get, Tangfastics, I'm sure it's called. There's tinned fruit there as well. There's also some it's like more tropical fruits. There's even a little bit of coconut, and it's given this kind of real oily feel to it. There's something like strawberry there as well, possibly like strawberry starburst. I'm really set on these sweets. So the Haribo, the starburst, yeah, there's like strawberry starburst or something there, and then a fantastic mouthfeel. Really coats the mouth, and what I would just describe it as like a kind of oily, viscous, kind of coconutty flavour and feeling to the mouth. The finish is long. In fact, actually on the palate as well, sorry, I think there's something else there. There's definitely like a banana kind of, I want to say between banana loaf and a malt loaf, like a banana, I don't know if you get this, if it's a thing, but like malted banana loaf or banana malted loaf. Yeah, it just kind of tastes like that on the palate. The finish, it's long. There's white pepper. There's also a little bit of cashew nuts as well, giving it this kind of creamy element. There's Chinese spices, and possibly now you can kind of tell the red wine's there. Just that it's a bit drying. Nothing, like I said, nothing overpowering. The Altmore character is either so strong that it's just coping with the red wine. That's 16 years in red wine, which is quite fantastic to think about. You would expect the red wine to have absolutely burst this whiskey, but it hasn't. So yeah, it's fantastically put together. I keep saying fantastic. Astonishing as well, that was a word earlier I used, wasn't it? So we'll get down to the review, and if you're new here, how I rate my whiskies is on 3 factors. Would I buy it again? Do I think it's worth it? And would I recommend it? So would I buy it again? I can't really without buying loads of Series 1 Mystery Malts and just hoping that I get a lot more, or maybe the auction. I don't know how these would go in the auction. I don't know how that would work, because you're not allowed to open bottles unless you can like remove the seal. Would they be able to remove like the seal at the top, or would that just completely compromise it? I don't know. Like cut out a circle to see what it is. I still feel like that would be, I don't think you'd be able to do that. So I don't think I'd be able to buy it again, but hypothetically, that's what I should have said. Would I buy it again? Yes. The Altmore that I had from Cadenheads that I've not opened yet, but I tried it during the tasting, really drew me into Altmore, and I'm starting to feel a bit of a soft spot for Altmore now that I've had this as well. It seems like a really nice Speyside, quite a robust Speyside. So yeah, I would buy it again. Do I think it's worth it? Yeah, £65 definitely. I mean, if I got Nucnean, or maybe even Ardnamurchan, well, it depends. The Ardnamurchan might be alright. And I have heard that the Nucnean's actually not too bad. But if I got that might be a different story. But yeah, this is definitely worth £65 without a doubt. And would I recommend it? I would recommend buying these mystery malts. I don't want to buy like 2 bottles from the same series, because I don't know how I'd feel if I got. I mean, I don't know what the chances are to get the same bottle. But I don't know how I would feel if I got the same bottle. But I'll definitely be buying Series 2 if I get the chance. I'm not just going to go and buy it for the sake of it, because I do have too many bottles at the moment. But I fully support this, and I think you should too. That this is honestly a great idea. If you're a drinker, if you're a whiskey drinker, it's like being back for the first time, getting introduced into whiskey and not knowing what you're buying. So it's 383. As you can tell, I'm just over the moon at this marketing. I don't even care if it's just clever marketing, but it's just that it's a great idea. So it's 383. So Whisky Win. I've been Stuart. This has been Whisky Whims. I'll see you later.